Welcome, everyone. Today we begin our exploration of organizational behavior, often referred to simply as OB. At its core, OB is the study of how people behave within organizations, how structures shape that behavior, and ultimately how these elements influence performance. Think of an organization as a living system. It has a framework, like the skeleton of a body, and it has people who function like the muscles and organs that bring the system to life. Organizational behavior helps us understand how these parts interact, why problems arise, and how leaders can design better environments for success. So, what do we actually mean when we say organization? An organization is a group of individuals who work interdependently towards shared goals. The key words here are interacting and interdependent. No one achieves the goal alone. Imagine a community health clinic. Nurses, administrative staff, lab technicians, cleaners, and managers may all perform different roles, but the success of the clinic depends on the coordinated effort of all these individuals. If any team works in isolation, the whole system suffers. An organization functions because relationships, roles, and expectations guide people's contributions. These elements form the social framework that enables collective achievement. Now that we understand what an organization is, we need to ask, how is it arranged? Organizational structure refers to the formal system that outlines how tasks are divided, how communication flows, and how decisions are made. Think of a sports team. There's a coach, team captain, defenders, attackers, and substitutes. Each person knows their role, who they report to, and how coordination should happen during play. If everyone tried to play the same position, chaos would follow. Similarly, organizational structure provides clarity. It ensures work is distributed efficiently and that teams know how to collaborate to meet common objectives. So where does organizational behavior fit into all this? OB is the disciplined study of individual and group interactions within an organization. It helps us explain why people act the way they do at work and how groups form, interact, and perform. But OB is not only descriptive, it's practical. Its purpose is to help organizations improve performance, strengthen relationships, reduce conflict, and support effective leadership. Picture a university where lecturers, administrators, and students constantly miscommunicate. Performance drops, frustration rises. OB gives us tools, from motivation theories to communication models, that help solve such problems. Why should we care about organizational behavior? Because it influences several critical outcomes. 1. Competitive advantage. Organizations that understand human dynamics can innovate faster, retain talent, and adapt more effectively. For example, a logistics company that encourages open communication may quickly identify inefficiencies and improve its delivery system. That strategic use of people and capabilities creates a durable competitive advantage. Let's explore a fresh example from a different angle. Still Apple Inc., but focusing on their retail operations, not product design. Apple stores are renowned for their distinctive retail experience. Employees, called specialists and geniuses, aren't just salespeople. They are trained to educate customers, diagnose issues, and build long-term loyalty. This human-centered approach gives Apple a competitive edge beyond the physical devices. What makes this work? A structure that clearly defines roles, cross-functional collaboration, a culture emphasizing customer experience, continuous learning, and specialized training. These elements demonstrate how organizational behavior principles translate into exceptional real-world performance. Organizations achieve their goals using different types of resources, which we usually group into two categories: tangible and intangible. But before we dive into these individually, it's important to understand that both types are essential. A company might have state-of-the-art machines, but without knowledgeable employees or a strong brand reputation, those machines will not create competitive success. In other words, resources work in combination, not in isolation. Tangible resources are the physical, visible assets an organization possesses. These include equipment, buildings, vehicles, raw materials, and financial capital. Imagine a modern food processing facility equipped with automated packaging machines. These tools help the company produce large quantities quickly, maintain hygiene standards, and reduce labor costs. Such tangible resources directly support productivity and efficiency. However, having advanced equipment does not guarantee success. What matters is how these tools are used within a well-designed organizational system. On the other hand, intangible resources are often more valuable, even though they cannot be touched or measured physically. Examples include reputation and brand trust, organizational culture and values, employee skills, experience, and knowledge, relationships with partners and communities. Consider a hospital known for compassionate care. People choose it not just because of its medical equipment, but because they trust the expertise of its staff and the culture of patient-centered service. These intangible assets are harder for competitors to copy, making them a powerful source of long-term advantage. In today's knowledge-driven world, intangible resources often define whether an organization thrives or struggles. Thank you for being such a great audience.